Hey everyone, welcome to another Sarlysweets video. Today I'm going to show you how to make Avery brand labels. So to begin, I'll just show you where to get it. So I go to amazon.ca, search in the search bar Avery labels. There are a bunch of different kinds. There's some like for address labels that are rectangular, or you can get different sizes like the 2-inch ones or the 1.5s. I like to use these ones, which are right here. So this is the Avery glossy white round labels, the 2.5 inches, and this is the Avery clear glossy round labels. Just a note though that these ones are a little harder to work with. For example, like a lot of designs won't show up nicely on craft paper. You just have to be mindful with the design. So if you're kind of new to this, I would recommend that you use the white labels just so that your design prints as you have designed it. Like it's more easy and straightforward. But both are really good. I just prefer these ones. Okay, so so I clicked Avery glossy white round labels for laser and inkjet printers. It comes with 90 labels inside. There's about, I think there's 10 per page. I think, I can't really remember. And then so once you buy these labels, it takes about a day through Amazon Prime. And then on the packaging, there's a code. So you're going to want to keep note of this code, 22830. All the labels have their own unique code. So the clear glossy round labels will have a different code on it. And this will be useful for when you begin designing on their website. Okay, so you have to make sure that you have the specified type of printer. So like this one will work best for Laser Inkjet printers, just like the one that we'll be talking about today. Next step, go to this website, so avery.ca. Okay, so if you don't have an account already, go ahead and make one, but you don't have to have an account. I just have an account because I use it pretty often, and then you could save your templates onto your account and then continue working on it afterwards. So when you get to avery.ca, you can either put that code that we mentioned earlier right here, or you can go through here. So I'll show you the way that I do it. So I go to templates, design and print online. Click that. And then here you have quite a few options on what you're looking to do. So we're looking to do specialty shaped labels, and then here is where I put the code. So we're going to put the code of those white round labels. Click that button, search, and then it brings you to this page right here, which will come up with about 1,629 different designs. There are all types of designs, super easy, super useful, just to make your baked goods or whatever branding you need look nice. So, for example, they have animals, maybe you're looking at a themed birthday for your kids, there's tons to choose from in here. And then flowers, lots of really nice ones. These are my favorite. I always tend to use flowers for special occasions. And then I guess just specific things, insects, and then other nature stuff. Of course, some of the designs will overlap into these categories, but these are just very helpful and useful for you when you're looking for something specific. I also like this section here. So blank and text only. If you need something super simple, it's all there for you. And then you can also select like a plain one and upload any of your own designs, which is cool. For business and occupation, they just have here, you know, they categorize it into specific things for you. If you're looking for beauty and health, they have some choices here for you that will suit your needs. This is cool. Automotive and transportation, legal and government, more of the serious types, abstract art type things. Very cool. So there's a lot. In short, there is a lot. And then let's check out events, baby celebrations, really nice. Oh, they even have Hello Kitty, which is cool. And then you have, let's see, birthdays, themed birthdays, graduations. So you already can see they have everything on here. Especially when you're a baker and you're taking orders for a whole bunch of different occasions. This is very useful because it doesn't cost a whole lot. It's about $20 to $30 for these labels, and yeah, it's just enough to cover your orders, and you can do it quite quickly. Of course, if you don't have the time to do this on your own, or you just don't want to do it on your own, then there's always websites like Vistaprint that can do it for you. Or I think Photobook Canada does things for you. But this is fun if you just love doing your own things and designing and just printing yourself, especially if you have all the tools already, like an inkjet printer. So this is another category I love, just Christmas, and we bake a lot during Christmas and holidays like that, so this is very useful. Oh, they even have Hello Kitty ones. That's cute. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to showing you how to go into the customization section. So for example, I want to choose something that has flowers. So I'm just going to go into the quick search and pull up flowers. Okay, so all the flowers, did it come up? Okay, so let's get started on the customization section. So I'm just going to go into the quick search bar here, and I need something pink. So I'm going to pull up everything that can come up under the word pink. So these are all my options right here, and I'm looking for something for Sarlysweets, something kind of simple but fun. And this is just an example, guys, but I do use this Avery.ca website for some of my custom orders, or if there's a birthday where they're ordering like 60 pieces of party favors or more, I'll use stickers like this. It's just super easy. It's ready to stick on to your items. Okay, let's do, I'm feeling the dots. So I'm going to choose this one right here. I use a lot of dot packaging, so this is kind of cute. So as you can see, as you go through the website for the first time, there's going to be little pop-ups under the navigator panel right here, and it's just showing you how to use certain buttons and just how to use the website. So I'm going to close that. So for this one, I kind of don't like this lollipop thing, so you can pick and choose what you keep on your label. So I'm going to just delete this, so I'm just going to click it, and then you can click this delete button up here, or you can just click the delete button on your keyboard. Simple as that. And then here I want it to go in the center, so I'm just going to click it, click and drag up. So once you have this little cross arrow thing hovering over the line here, yeah, you can click it and then drag. Okay, now let's put in whatever text you want. So let's put Sarlysweets. Once you have that laid out, you can play around with the text. So just highlight your text, click, and then drag it until this blue highlight comes up. In this side of the text panel, you have your different fonts here, and then just look for one that you really like. It's helpful that they kind of give you a preview already, but I usually like to use like a handwriting script for Sarlysweets or this Poire 1 font. So I think I want to do, let's do handwriting of sorts. Nothing too scripted, but like a light script. Let's see this. That's not bad. What I like about Avery.ca is they have like a good selection of fonts to use. So you have a lot of leeway there for how you want to design and customize your label. Okay, let's try Sacramento. Okay, I'm just gonna stick to scripts. I really like that. I just don't like the color. So what you're gonna do is you can change the color. Just use your color wheel here. So you can use color wheel to really get in there with your color choice. So I like to stick with pink on pinks most of the time, but it has to be roughly the same shade, just darker. If you go into like a different pink, sometimes it clashes. So let's go into some more blush pinks or something. Oh, make sure it's selected. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, that's pretty cute. Let me go a little darker with that and more on the pink side. Okay, so I'm going to stick to that. I kind of like that. And then you can change the font size. So let's just go a little bigger. Let's go 30. Okay, now just note that these dotted lines here on the side, it's just showing you where the sticker could get cut off, possibly. So you want to make sure you give a nice space between that line and your font, or else you risk the chance of getting your font cut off. So I'll give you an example. If I put this to 40, like that, this will pop up and it says print to the edge. Any background color or graphic that you want printed to the edge should extend to this line to ensure the final product has no blank space along the edges. Trim this line approximate the edge of your product when printing. Safety area. So this will come up, and this dotted line is the safety area. Text and logos should be inside the safety area line to ensure they're not cut off during the printing process. So this will pop up to give you that warning, and as you could see, it's beyond the safety line. So what I'm going to do is just change my font size to something smaller. And then make sure, there you go. So you know you can, oh, let's put it a little smaller. Okay, so you can bring your font to like the very edge almost, just make sure it doesn't exceed the dotted line, and of course the dotted line will turn red if it's in the warning zone. Okay, so I like how that looks. That's pretty good. Next, I always add my location, my phone number, and a means of contact via email. So I like to put that into a using a font that's not scripted, so that it's clear, and so that there's no confusion with that. So what you do to add another text box, click the text button that can be found on the left side panel, and then add text box. So let's quickly just change that so you can see. Let's change the font to, let's go to that Poiré one that I like, and let's make that a good 10. Keep in mind the size of your label. So this is 2.5 inches. So a size 10 font will be okay to read. But keep in mind, if you have like a 1.5 inch label, that a 10 size font or even an 8 size font will be quite difficult to read. So yeah, just keep in mind with the size of the text. Okay, so for this, I'm going to write Toronto, and then my phone number. Okay. And then my phone number. And then let's do and then maybe Instagram. Something like that. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So it's simple, it's legible, it's there. And then this is pretty simple, and this is quick and basic, but you can add so many more elements to it. In some labels, I like to play with the curved text like this. This one gets harder with the printing sometimes, because it's closer to the the warning dotted line usually, but it looks so cute, and just more profesh. So sometimes I'll write thank you, like you can write cute things like thank you for your order, or whatever you want really. So something cute, something playful in the design, like that, right? And super easy. And you can always change the font color as well, which I like to do. So if that's just too much, you can go again, something light, or even I love working with white font. It's just that when it's a small label, it's harder to read, but works really nicely. Oops, let's not forget exclamation point. Yeah, that looks super cute. So something like this is pretty easy to do, guys. Once you play around with the website and all, it's pretty straightforward, and all the buttons are here and organized nicely. Okay guys, so you can play around with shapes. There's of course so many things you can do with it, but something that I've been doing to cut the color is throwing in a nice basic rectangle like this. Once you apply that shape onto your label, you can just drag it wherever. So sometimes I do something like this where I'll put it at the bottom like that, and then click this arrange button, send it backward, keep sending it backward one at a time until your font shows up, and you can do something like that. So yeah, something cute like that. It's really just playing with design, what works for you, what you like best. Just keep playing around with it until you find something that's perfect for you, something that inspires you and that you think fits with your branding. So once you're done with your design, once you're happy with it, please make sure to read it over 10 times. Sometimes I do this and I still find mistakes once I'm in the printing process. So just look at everything, have someone else look at it as well. Make sure all your spellings are good, all your alignments. If you're unsure with your alignments, you can use a grid here. So you can show grid, make sure all the squares are even, all your lines are good, and then make sure everything's centered, your phone number, and all that. Make sure you're not missing anything either. And then the last or almost last step is preview and printing. So click the preview and printing once you're done that. Okay, so this is how it's gonna look. So there's actually 9 labels in this pack per sheet. So it's gonna look like that. And then all you have to do is click this to start printing. So print it yourself, and then you can click right here, get PDF to print, and then it says we strongly recommend that you save your design before continuing to prevent losing your work. So if you don't want to make an account, if it's going to be kind of like a one-time thing of making labels, you don't have to, so you can just do don't save. But if you want to save your work, use it for future use, click save. So I'll put don't save for now. And then what happens? Okay, perfect. So that's how your labels are gonna look. And then don't mind that it kind of looks close together. on this preview, because mind you, the dotted line was about here. It was about 1/4 of a centimeter in, so the cutoff area will be like a little bit inside, so that'll be fine. So once you're ready and happy with your work here, all you have to do is click File, Print, and then make sure your printer is chosen. It works best with what it recommends as the Laser Inkjet Printer. If you don't have that, I feel like it will still work, but of course, for best results, you must use what they recommended. Okay, so then make sure you choose black and white if you want it in black and white, or leave it as colored, and then you just press print. They do recommend that you put one sheet at a time, and I recommend that as well, just in case things get caught. You don't want to waste any pages. Another thing I want to show you guys is that you can print different labels on one sheet. So to do that, all you do is go to Customize tab right here, and then you're gonna go to the navigator section right here. Click, it'll be selected as Edit All, but what you have to do is click Edit One. Okay, so once you click Edit One, this will come up, and you can access now individual label customization areas. Okay, so let's say this one's number 1 of 9 labels, and you like that. The next one, maybe you want to have a different font color, and then maybe on label 3 you don't want certain things, like maybe you want it just as like Sarlysweets, so forth and so on. So you can have different kinds on one page, right? And okay, so that's how you do that. And then once you go to Preview and Print, on section number 4 here, then you'll see that your edits are all different per circle on one page, which is really cool, because if you only want one label, you can also do that. Leave the other 8 labels blank, and then you can use it for another time. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, so once that's done, it's ready to go. Alright guys, thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope it was helpful for you on making custom labels for any occasion. If you have any questions, just comment down below. You can ask me anything about this design stuff. And other than that, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks guys, bye. And if you're from the Greater Toronto area, you can add me on Instagram at Sarlysweets to order custom sugar cookies.